Okay, so today we're going to study the chord of D minor. The chord of D minor is actually quite simple. It extends on over 3 frets. We will start with the position of the forefinger. On first string, you place it on the first fret. The middle finger will go on the 3rd string, 2nd fret. And the ring finger will go on 2nd string, 3rd fret. The result will be this. Alright, when you play the D minor chord, you have to be careful not to play the 6th string, because basically this sound doesn't belong to the chord of D minor. I'm quite sure that in the beginning it will happen. Don't worry. So just continue doing it, and little by little you will be able to play it without the 6th string. Okay. This, in a way, completes the open minor chords. Okay, we did the open major chords in other lessons. In this lesson, we complete the open minor chords, which I remind you are D minor that we just studied. All right. Then we have A minor, which we studied, I think, last lessons, if I remember well, the one before this one. A minor is here, I remind you, 2nd fret, 1st fret, and then 2nd fret, you'll place middle finger on 4th string and ring finger right below it. Okay, the other open minor chord is the E minor, which we use also in the last lesson, the lesson before this one. So you go with forefinger and middle finger on 2nd fret, first on forefinger on 5th string and middle finger on 4th string. And you can play all the strings. Same thing for the A minor. All the strings can be played. All right, so we have these 3 minor chords: D minor, A minor, A minor. All right? You can already do a song with this one. The great composer Giacomo Puccini also used exactly these 3 chords in one of his famous operas, just as an information anyway. So what are we going to do with this D minor that we just studied today? We're going to try, first of all, an arpeggio. Arpeggio that we did until now was down only arpeggio. You remember, right? If you use a pick, of course. Starting from the 4th string, you go 3rd, 2nd, and then 1st. Okay, today we're gonna try to do, how can I say, like create a continuous flow by doing from the 4th string, then 3rd, then 2nd, then 1st, then 2nd, then 3rd, again 4th. Okay, so something like this. Right? If you use your fingers, then of course the thumb will take care of the bass string, so the 4th string, and the other fingers will take care of the other 3 strings. So in a way, like this. You can practice either way, and you can practice, for instance, the speed. If I want to do it faster, or slower. Another thing that you can try to do is, for instance, put together first the down only, and then again down only. The difference between the down only and the arpeggio that also goes back in a way, the continuous arpeggio, is the tempo, because this is in 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. The other arpeggio 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This is the difference. So we can also start playing different tempos, different time, different beats in a way. I think this might help you also because most of the music, most of popular music is based on a tempo in 4 or in 3. We will talk about this again in other lessons in the future. All right. So the last thing I want you to study with me is the strumming. The strumming that we did until now, I think we did only the down only, and also the counter strumming in a way. I think we did something like this. All right. We will talk today about accents. For instance, if we take this type of strumming and double it, all right, you can also do it slow here. All right, if we do this double counter stroke in a way, we can also place accents. For instance, I will do accents only on the 1. You can hear it, right? 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 and 1. I play a bit harder basically in order to give a different quality of sound, something more interesting. For instance, if I use the 3/4 tempo, what I did right now is a special strumming. 1 down, then I repeat also down, and then go into the counter stroke. So you can see, right? My right hand does down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down. All right. So I can use the accent in this way. For instance, I can do 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, something like this. So putting accents in your strumming will change the dynamics of a song, which of course is always a good thing. So in order to remember everything we did, we studied the D minor chord, right? And we checked also the A minor and the E minor. Then we went through the arpeggio. We can do down only on D minor, or we can do a continuous arpeggio, down and up. This will change the dynamics of the song. So from a rhythm cut in fourths, we go into 3 beats, as I should say. 4, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So, and also we just checked our strumming. I remind you that basically the accents can characterize a song in this way. So I urge you to also to experiment on your own. Before we did something like this. You can mix it together with other chords. For instance, I change to A. Go back to D minor, and so on. Kind of interesting this. Actually, we will do it later. So try and also exercise on this one, practice this one. So again, I will tell you this very important thing. The accents in a strumming can make the difference. If you have the chance, try to study the guitarists, the so-called rhythm guitarists. those that maybe don't do too many solos. Ron Wood from Rolling Stones, for instance, he's a great one. Basically, what they do is to characterize rhythmically the song that they are executing in that moment. So very, very important, as much important as the solo is basically. And of course, if the rhythm guitarist and the solo guitarist have a good chemistry between themselves, it's even better. You can see fireworks happening all over. So now we are expanding a little bit our knowledge in various directions. From the next lessons, we will start studying minor chords. They use the bar. So right now, wait a moment, don't go away, because we still have to play together in the section called Playtime. Playtime! It's time to play together!
Yes, but first, don't forget to subscribe and follow us on Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram.
Yes, follow us anywhere. Anywhere you see us, just follow us. So what's the song today?
Another original song.
Oh.
Amazing Demeanor.
Amazing Demeanor.
Yes.
Could be autobiographical in a way. Well, anyway, this is how we play. So at first I will do a little introduction, che sarà something like this. Che sarà is Italian. You have to understand, I told you already, I'm Italian, so all of a sudden Italian comes out. Don't worry about it. So the introduction will be like this. This is a D minor in a different position, and this is an A major in a different position. And then we go to the arpeggio that we learned in the second part of the lesson, right before this one. You remember? And then in the strumming we learned. And A. And then we'll sing and so on. And at the end of the song, we will go directly again into an arpeggio. So just try to follow us, but you can always stop, go back and check it out. And we hope you have fun. So, Amazing Demeanor. Amazing Demeanor. Amazing demeanor. Listen how well these two chords are playing together. D minor, A major can stand just any weather. Spreads over 3 frets while A major covers 1. But when they meet, everybody will know how it's to be done. Amazing demeanor. Amazing demeanor. Amazing demeanor. Well, we hoped you liked what you saw and heard, and if you did, become our friends here on this channel.
And join us on our next
Joint adventure.
Ciao!